Hi everyone, Donut here. Let's do another Leo recap, kind of. There were so many people mad in my last video for talking in my own goddamn videos, I figured I'd just make another one. To all the people who do stick around for my silly commentary, I just want to say thank you. I wouldn't be to almost 4 million subscribers if it wasn't for you beautiful bastards. We're going to talk about a couple things today, but mostly we're going to be focusing on the peaceful protest in Atlanta. So peaceful. We talked about this a little bit a couple videos ago. The video where the guy that killed the little kid got Spartan kicked into another dimension.
Get on with the face.
I talked about one of the peaceful protesters who shot a police officer there in Atlanta for the Stop the Cop City movement getting smoked by police. We're going to talk about that just a little bit more today because it's been pretty crazy there in Atlanta. But first, a word from our sponsor. Before we get into our video, I'd like to ask you a question. Do you buy a fucking ton of stuff on Amazon like I do? Well, then you're going to want to check out our sponsor for this video, Cultivate. Cultivate is a browsing extension that helps you save a bunch of money on Amazon. You go to WeCultivate, you add it to your browser, then when you go to Amazon, don't pay attention that I have bought now and later 7 times, but check it out right here. It shows all the cheaper options and you can look at local options where you can save money and even get it the same day. Did you know more than 50% of sellers on Amazon are based in China? See, look, and WeCultivate will tell you right here, made in China, seller from China, brand in China. What if I don't want something from China? Look at all these other options right here that are cheaper. You can just check out WeCultivate that loads itself onto the Amazon product page and there could be something way cheaper locally. Let's say I want a new gaming keyboard and I want this Logitech right here. It looks like you can get it from another Amazon seller for $23 cheaper. There's local options too. I could just drive to Best Buy. And right here, this just popped up. It says I could save $32. They found one on eBay for $50. Cultivate is completely free, and by using it, they give you money to donate to charity. Completely free, they give you charitable donations, and you can help support your local economy. Let's say I want a new gaming laptop and I go to Google and I search for gaming laptop. Hey, check that out. If you buy from Best Buy right here, activate it, Cultivate does its thing, and hey, anything I purchase from the site, they'll donate 0.3% on the charity. Click the link in the description below or go to wecultivate.us and get it for free and start saving today. Now for the video. As I said earlier, we pressed on this a little bit a couple videos ago with people saying, I can't breathe. The move that a bunch of spoiled white kids who were at this Atlanta protest used a couple of weeks ago. Atlanta police don't f*** around. They were getting arrested after causing a bunch of damage in downtown Atlanta because one of their friends got smoked after shooting a police officer.
Is this target practice?
TLDR, people are lining up to protest this big park where the Atlanta government wants to put a first responder training facility. First responder meaning police, fire, and EMS. They're just calling it Cop City because yes, they are going to train police officers there, but they're also going to train other first responders to, I don't know, better save your life. There's a huge park that's about 400 acres and Atlanta wants 85 acres of it to build this training facility right here. Like I said, they're calling it Cop City, which is why hashtag Stop Cop City is trending on Twitter at the moment. It's not just cops, it's fire and EMS, like I said a minute ago. You know, the people that'll save your life and put your burning dog out if the cops can't do it. Good thing the ATF doesn't respond to things like that. They just shoot it. If the geniuses who are protesting would actually go to the Atlanta website and read about the training center, they might not be such little hippie assholes. A lot of the anger comes from, oh, they're destroying the forest there. They're putting the training facility on a place where there's already no trees. According to ATLTrainingCenter.com, the training center will sit on land that has long been cleared of hardwood trees through previous uses of the site. Arborists have confirmed the existing vegetation on the land is overwhelmingly dominated by invasive species like brush, weeds, vines, and softwood trees. Enough of logic, let's get to the action. The other day, there was a rather large music festival to protest the creation of Cop City. After the music festival, 50 plus people threw on all black and camouflage clothing and started marching towards a construction site that police were protecting. Oh, that looks like well over 100 people. It's a coordinated attack if I've ever seen one. But no, Antifa doesn't exist. The large group arrived at the construction site and immediately started setting things on fire. I'm surprised all these spoiled children were even successful at setting things on fire considering how bad they are at everything else in life. For instance, throwing rocks. I'm pretty sure Backpack Noodle there beamed a guy in the head on the other side of the tractor. Anyway, things got really heated when they chased police away from the construction site. The police who were pulling security retreated behind another gate while Antifa pursued them and threw Molotovs, fireworks, and large rocks at them. You can see at one part the officers trying to get the gate closed while they are bombed with fireworks. As soon as they get everything set on fire across the street, including several pieces of heavy machinery, some buildings, all sorts of damage, they head out and change back into normal clothes at the actual peaceful protest down the road. In the end, police called up with some of them and detained 35 people. Out of those 35 people, 23 of them were detained and charged with domestic terrorism. Felony domestic terrorism. Oof. They look exactly like how I would have guessed, and the majority of them are actually out of state. Only 2 of them live in Georgia. They're traveling from all over the country just to come destroy in Atlanta. There's a lot of people really mad on the internet that these protesters are being charged with domestic terrorism. Terrorism, which by definition means using violence for political gain. Speaking of terrorism, one of the people that got charged, one of those mugshots that we just saw, is an attorney for the Southern Poverty Law Center. Yep, that Southern Poverty Law Center that federal law enforcement agencies hold in high regard with classifying groups as terrorists. They got a man on the inside. You know what they used to use for things like this back in the day?
That's a handicap spot.
Make the AM 180 great again. I'm joking about shooting peaceful protesters. It was just a little joke, as a treat. I don't see a problem with shooting guys throwing Molotovs at you, though. The cops should seriously, at the very least, consider getting some spicy balls and some spicy air. I wonder why they didn't have any already with that many people in that area that were causing trouble. I still don't understand the whole, hey, police need better training and stop shooting so many people, and then they're trying to give them better training, but then they're crying about them trying to get better training. I'm still a huge advocate of if you want police to stop shooting people so much, make them more dangerous. They'll be less likely to go for a gun in an intense situation. But what the f do I know? How do you think police should have handled that situation when they were getting pretty much bombs thrown at them by a huge crowd? AM 180? Run faster away from the crowd? Tear gas and pepper balls? Like I said, I don't know why they didn't have that. Just let me know in the comments below in a calm and rational manner. That's all I have for you fine people today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Some more shooty shoots coming up soon. As always, please have a fantastic day.